What's going on, guys? Corrosive Bully here, and I am bringing you guys a breakdown of all the units that are coming out tomorrow. Excuse my voice. My voice is a little thrown out. Going through something in my throat. I'm not sure entirely what. But, so I'm going to make this quick just because I don't want to burn out my voice. But, yeah, so we had a lot of stuff that got dropped last night. We had like over an hour-long reveals and stuff, which is pretty crazy. They talked about a bunch of different things. Like they talked about if you depending on how many chrono crystals you spent for summons, you'll be getting these little medals here that can go towards items. Like Festival Hoi Poi is coming back, Festival Choice Battle. There's some worldwide missions that are coming out, similar to how Dokkan kind of does their stuff. Yeah, kind of similar to how Dokkan does their worldwide missions. In the same similar vein, they kind of go over events that we already know exist and have been kind of going on for a little bit while now. They announced that there will be 5 new raids coming, 5 consecutive weeks. The way that Toshi kind of talked about it, he talked about it in a way that it kind of went back to the way raids kind of were before, where you would exchange for chrono crystals instead of just getting chrono crystals and stuff for doing that. But they're doing it in a way, I guess, so that way players aren't burnt out from doing it. I don't know. I don't know exactly how they're going to do this, but that's coming back. They are doing a revamp of the ultimate equipment. I can get it. There we go. So they're doing an ultimate equipment collection upgrade where you'll be able to obtain every ultimate equipment in the game. We're talking about a new update. I guess this is going to come out of the reset. Not this week reset, but next week's. Because the date for PvP for this season ends on the 30th. So more than likely we got to wait until next week for that to come in, but you can get a new title and stuff. Then we start getting into the nitty-gritty stuff. We got the Sword of Hope Trunks. And a new tag feature unit with the Goku and Vegeta from the Broly movie, where they do the tag team Gallic Gun Kamehameha, which is pretty cool. We're gonna break down these units real quick. Sorry, I needed to drink something. Okay, so Mai is an Extreme Red. Her unique ability is when this character enters the battlefield and Trunks is a character, it plus 70 damage inflicted, and then increase to arc draw speed by 1. Restores allies Trunks health by 10 and 30% to strike damage inflicted. She applies 30% to damage inflicted, reduces damage received by 20 to herself, her, future, or girl's battle member other than her. Applies 30% to damage inflicted and 50% to key recovery to allies when defeated. She seems pretty good. She seems very good for an extreme unit. The extreme units are now almost to the point where they're almost sparking, so it's actually nice to see this. Her main ability, draw a special arts card next. Restores own health by 20% and ki by 30. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade. Plus 20 to pierce and slice damage. And then her special move arts deals major pierce damage. Inflicts enemy with 20% to damage received. Blast damage received. She seems pretty good. She seems she seems like she'll be up there with Jiren and stuff like that. So we'll have to see. And then we got a dual assist unit in Zamasu Goku Black. Applies the following effects to self. He's green. He's on God Key, Future, Regen, Saiyan, Rose, and Powerful Opponent. Applies the following effects to self when battle starts. Everything can't be cancelled. He nullifies downgrades. I'm assuming at 30 timer counts. Reduces damage received by 15% at 30 timer counts. At 70 timer counts, he will get another 15%, and then reduces damage received by 30 again. This is worded weird. So we might actually take a look at the kit when these guys actually release tomorrow. But it's a little odd how they had this worded. He seals all enemies' main abilities when he enters the battlefield for 10 counts twice, which is pretty good. Restores ally health and increases strike damage when switched to standby, which is good. He increases his own draw speed by 2, and reduces enemy ki when performing a cover change. Yeah, this guy's going to be pretty good. He's going to disrupt quite a bit. Special arts, he recovers ki. All enemies take increased damage. Increases damage dealt to Saiyan and Hybrid Saiyans. Activates twice. That's kind of weird how that's worded. And then reduces enemy vanish gauge to 0 once. And then he reduces enemies Dragon Balls by 1 on hit with his special move. Pretty cool. A lot of people have been wanting these guys for a while, like this particular dual unit. So it shows that they've been listening. Now, Sword of Hope Trunks is pretty crazy. He's a blue type, which hybrids, Future, and Super Saiyans needed a new blue in some capacity. So it's very nice that they gave him a proper color. So he charges his. He has a unique gauge when he attacks with an arts attack. When he hits with an arts attack. When it's full, he reduces enemy ki, restores his own health, increases damage inflicted, and increases ultimate damage inflicted, and then it gives himself draw speed by 1. 3, 4, and 5 cannot be canceled, it looks like. So, which is pretty nuts. He has a special cover change against strike arts, and it's comboable with special moves. Applies the following effects itself: if there are 2 or more tag Vegeta character or Vegeta clan or future battle members other than this character, he restores his own health by 25 once it reaches 0. So he gains endurance. This is interesting. He gains endurance essentially when you have two other Vegeta clan or future members on your team. No other unit really has that, I don't think. At least not at least with that kind of restriction. So you could run this guy on hybrids, but he's not going to get that buff unless you run him on a Vegeta clan or a future tag. And then charges his own unique gauge by 100 when his own health reaches 0. When causing a character. Okay, so yeah, so basically, if you don't have his unique gauge charged up by the time his health hits 0, he basically gets it anyway. So it's a guaranteed full charge. When causing a character with a revive effect, when you proc that revive, the character also revives with 30% less health. Yeah, and the ultimate arts nullifies enemies, restores his own health. So he nullifies endurance, and then he nullifies his own unfavorable element factors if there are 2 defeated battle members. So he's a last man standing unit. So he's got a lot going for him. And then they started talking about, and then they started going into more characters that we were getting. Broly. There was Broly. There was an EX Frieza. And then they announced this brand new unit in Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, and Vegeta, which is a brand new tag unit. I'm very excited for these guys, personally. So anyway, Final Form Frieza, he's green, extreme unit. His unique ability reduces damage by Saiyans from Saiyans by 10. He gains when he enters the battlefield according to the defeated battle members. When he's the last man standing unit, he gets 60% to damage inflicted. And reduces damage by 30%. He also applies 50% to damage inflicted and reduces damage by 20% when the battle starts, and applies reduced ki Randomly destroys a card when it enters the battlefield. Special move restores. His special move gets rid of endurance, and then main ability is he draws a special move arts card and restores own key by 50 and increases his own draw speed by 1. Then we got this Broly. This Broly is green. Saiyan frees a force of powerful opponent. He does 20% damage inflicted to Saiyans. Applies the following effects to self when battle starts. He gets 60% to special move damage right off the bat. Reduces his damage received by 25%. And minus 25 to special move arts cost. He then draws a special move arts card next when he enters the battlefield. Restores ki by 25, 80% to damage inflicted, and reduces enemy damage by 30%. His main ability draws a strike arts and then nullifies special actions when changing cover. Restores own health by 15% and ki by 30, and 40% of the next strike arts damage inflicted. And then he's also a dual unit, but Paragus is basically he's just flare. So Paragus doesn't really make much an appearance otherwise. Then we get into the nitty gritty stuff. So with tag characters, you'll be able to switch between both of the characters that the unit has to offer, but instead of having a main ability, it's now a switch ability. Basically dealing out damage and receiving hits will fill that switch gauge, and then you can switch with those characters as it fills up once it's full. And then with these guys specifically, when you switch, it reverses the element factors. So normally it's a purple unit. So normally when Goku's out in the field, he's gonna take the normal. He's gonna get more damage from a yellow unit and then less damage from a green unit. But then when you switch to Vegeta, it's flipped. You do more damage to yellow units and then take more damage from green units. So it's a very interesting bait and switch type of character. This could really do a lot. This could really shake up things quite a bit in PvP. And it's gonna throw people off right off the bat. It's gonna throw a lot of people off. So, but it's very, very cool that they did something like this, and I hope to see more characters like this in the future. Sorry, guys. So yeah. His unique ability applies special cover change to blast attacks. Applies the following effects when using strike or blast arts. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade, sustain damage up. Reduces special move arts cost. Restores health. When causing a character with revive to revive, increases own Dragon Balls by 2 and reduces enemy Dragon Balls by 2. Special arts. Draw a special move arts card next. Destroys a random enemy art card, restores own ki, increase strike damage inflicted, and reduces enemy ki by 40. Special move nullifies enemies, restore health when reaches 0 effects, nullifies endurance 3 times. Oh no, for 3 timer counts. Okay, I was gonna say 3 times. And then the switch ability. Tag switches to Vegeta and reverses element factors. Restores own health and ki. Increases art draw. Increases art draw speed by 1 for 15 counts, and then increases special move damage inflicted. Can't be canceled. This guy's got a lot going for him. He's got a lot going for him. So I think that was specifically Goku. And then this is for Vegeta. So. Special cover change against strike arts with Vegeta. Applies the following effects to self when using strike or blast arts. Restore ki, increase ki recovery. Restores health. And then when causing a character with revive to revive, increases, and it's the same thing with that. So special arts, draw a special move art card next. Reduces enemy health restoration. Restores own ki. Increases own blast arts damage. And nullifies special cover changes. Special move arts nullifies endurance effects. That didn't change. And then And then yeah, basically the same thing with Vegeta. When Vegeta switches out, he restores health, and Ki restores art card draw speed by 1, increases draw speed by 1, and then more special move inflicted. So yeah, a lot of really cool stuff. I'm very excited to see what these guys do. These guys are going to be amazing. There's some other stuff they announced too, like they randomly announced this Broly Chilai getting a Zenkai Awakening, which is cool because these guys are very underwhelming right now. So depending on what they do, they could actually be pretty good. Depending, we'll have to see. Obviously, Blizzard is going to be involved in, or it's going to be playable in all the events in PvP and stuff. We're gonna get Dripku as a free obtainable character, which is pretty cool. And then they baited us out. They baited us out at the end of the stream. There we go. Yeah, Legends, Super Vegito is finally getting a Zenkai Awakening. It's not happening right away, but maybe in the next week or two, we will definitely be getting him Zenkai. So, which is very, very cool that we're finally doing it. It's going to be part of the Battle Gauntlet. You're going to be able to obtain him through a special event. And yeah, that was all they kind of really announced. Very excited. This is all coming tonight at 2 p.m. You guys know our typical spiel. We don't summon for the character until the next day. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. But that's gonna do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for the love and support. Again, sorry for the throat. Hopefully I will be better by tomorrow morning when we do the summons for these guys. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you guys again. I will see you guys at the start of Legends Festival. Later, guys.